Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It, Jen. I'm your host, your girl, Jen. I'm here today with the absolutely wonderful Mr. Angelo Wright. He is a business owner, entrepreneur. He has mad skills in interior decoration. He's going to talk about all of his gifts, his business. He's going to introduce himself to you. So guys, listen up because we are about to talk about it. All right, Mr. Angelo, so introduce yourself and your business and tell the world who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jan. So as she said, my name is Angelo Wright. I am a native here in Kansas City, Missouri, located in Lenexa, Kansas, though. And basically what I do is I have an interior design company called Discover Your Design. And with the business, we basically focus on anything dealing with interior design from commercial to residential. We do a lot of different things. We do budget planning to help people budget plan their projects for their home or for their business. We also come up with virtual plannings for their actual space. We come up with different concepts to really help them understand that sometimes their dreams may be bigger than what their budget is, and my company helps you work within your budget.
Okay.
So and Discover Your Design is basically there to help the client have that one-on-one with, feeling part of the design element of it. So we go in, we help out with picking flooring, which you're a part of. I might give projects. If you need to have a wall painted, I might say, the husband and wife, I need you guys to paint this wall by tomorrow morning. And that kind of gives them that one-on-one time to have that feel of their discovering their design together. And it's a fun concept. We like to give an experience. So
Yes, hence the name. I mean, I think it's awesome. So is that where you got your name from, or tell us about that?
Yeah, Discover Your Design actually was developed about 7 years ago. I actually was doing a wedding. My cousin, she had a wedding planner that backed out the week of her wedding at the very last minute. That was like, I don't want to do it no more. So she came to me and she said, hey, I know you don't do weddings, but I really need you to help me out with centerpieces and things of that nature. By that time, I was only doing favors. People needed my help with stuff, right? So I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll give it a stab. So I did a centerpiece for her. She loved the centerpiece. And then she was like, well, can you make several of them? I was like, yeah, sure. Next thing I know, I'm picking out linen. I'm picking out silverware and dishware, and I'm ordering flowers. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm in the business. So the wedding kind of started the whole me falling back in love with interior design aspect, because I was doing it years and years and years ago. And then I kind of fell out of love with it. And then the wedding kind of helped me get back to it. And then I went through a devastation that caused me to fall out of love of it completely, until recently, within the last, I say about year and a half, where I met my now partner who really helped me spark that. But Discover Your Design came into effect, to go back to your actual question. Discover Your Design came into effect of really wanting to make sure that when I'm designing, I want my clients to know I design with them in mind. So I'm going to help you discover elements and help you discover the articulation in which you need to have your world, which is your space. Right. Especially your home is your world out inside of a world, right? So you come home to get away from the outside world so you can actually be in your own world. And basically, we help you discover what your design aesthetic is by basically taking your words and making it come to life, is what I do.
Okay, so is interior design the only thing that you do, or what else do you do as far as using your creative mind?
Absolutely. So I'm glad you asked. So with Discover Your Design, we started venturing into trying to figure out how can we continue to push the envelope? How can we continue to grow our brand and grow our market base, right? So we started, basically me and my partner, we moved. And when we moved into our new place, I said, I really want weird, different, unique art. And I couldn't find it anywhere, especially not the kind of art I seen up here. So I was like, how about I give it a stab and see how this art go, right? And so I created an art piece for our place. I created 3 art pieces for our place, and I didn't like them at all. I did not like the art at all. I hated the entire concept of it. And I kept asking to myself over the weekend, what can I do to change this up? Why am I not liking what I see in my head?
Right.
And it's because I wasn't telling my story through my art. So
Okay.
I had to go to a vulnerable place when I had to create this art in order for my art to come out the way I needed it to. And I needed my art to be a language. And I wanted people to relate to my art when they see it. So those 3 gigantic pieces, and they was a 48 by 48. I took those 3 pieces and I went back to my dad and I said, okay, I want to start back over. He was like, well, we've been working on these for a week, so we got to start back over. And I'm like, yes. So we started back over and I said, this is what I see. This is what I want it to be. So I started creating art to pull from my past when I used to be homeless. And I started using that element and start using that time and that feeling of being at rock bottom. How can I bring that texture into my paintings? How can you get that when you look at my paintings and you feel that sorrow, but you also feel that hope? So that's what I started doing with creating my art. And pretty soon, people started liking the art when we would go live with our friends and we was on FaceTime with them. And they started asking about art pieces behind us. And it kind of became a snowball effect. So we went into art. And then art went into jewelry, custom jewelry that we started making. And the jewelry came about because it was named after my mom, which is Regina. My partner's mother name is Darlene. She's no longer with us. And we wanted to create something. He and I wanted to create a tribute to our mothers. So my mother, she suffers with a lot of different illnesses that causes her hair to fall out and has caused her hair to thin. And I started noticing that was playing with her as far as how she thought of herself, how she carried herself, how she felt, how she didn't want to go around anybody, but she just wanted to stay home. And I said, I need to do something to break that mindset because I'm a firm believer that the mindset is the greatest weapon ever.
Absolutely.
That either gives you success or it makes sure that you don't ever see success. So it plays 2 parts. And I said, I wanted my mom to feel empowered. And if his mom was here, I would want her to feel empowered. So we started making big, gaudy jewelry like this to kind of just really help out, right? Just a pair of earrings. And we started making big earrings, big necklaces like the one I got on. We started making things that could be very unique and stand out. And so it went from doing jewelry to now doing candles. And we have our candle melts. Out here, and they're like little candles that you could just put on the scent. And then we started making big candles, and we have 4 different kinds. So with the melts, we have 5 different kinds, and on the candles, we have 4 different kinds. And now we're just, continuing to push the envelope. We wanted to continue to push our brand, is what we're doing.
Okay, listen. Yeah. I am a candle lover. I love candles. I love jewelry. I think that's amazing. And your story is, I was trying to keep it together, but that's a wonderful reason why to start a business, especially, with we just got done with Mother's Day. So, I mean, what better way to celebrate a mother than to have your business based on her? So it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, so as far as the art that you do, what do you specialize in? Is it contemporary? Is it abstract? Is it traditional? Like, what do you mainly do? What can your customers look for?
Absolutely. So I focus on the abstract part of it. I focus on thinking outside the box. I like to add texture to my art. I like to add different elements into my art that make the picture look like it's moving when it's not. I like to add pieces that you can run your hand across and you can actually feel what's in the paint. So like I like to use all sorts of different elements really. And again, I use a lot of like wood, nature type elements in my painting. And the reason why I use those in the abstract art is because when you hit rock bottom in life, if you've ever been homeless or sleeping in your car like I used to, and I felt, my lowest, and I wasn't the kind of man that my mom and dad raised me to be, because I had felt like I lost everything. And I was like, how can I be this man that they raised me to be? And here I am, and I done lost everything, right? And I had to learn that there was a crack in my foundation, and that's the reason why I wasn't being successful. My mindset was the foundation, and I thought that everything should have been given to me, and that's not the way it works.
Right.
So there's a crack in the foundation. God has a way of tearing that foundation up completely, and that's what I felt like I went through. I feel like he tore up all that foundation. So that's why I use a lot of the rough stuff and a lot of the ugly things that people will see in life and be like, I don't see anything in that. But me, I see it in a way of saying that's beauty. So that's the reason why my abstract art is called Ugly Beauty. And it's very unique. It's very unique. I would say that.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good play on words, and it has, and that's what it is. It's a meaning to you.
Yeah.
And you know, it's okay if people don't understand or they don't get what it means. The fact that it means something to you and you portray that name and that what you create in that is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this with you, Angelo.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I absolutely. So do you have any samples of your art? I know that you showed some of your jewelry, but do you have some of your art with you that you can show?
I do actually. I have one of my pieces right here. I can actually show you. This is one that does have a little bit of texture, but not a lot of texture. If you go to my website, you will see some of the on there that have a lot more texture. The other thing is, with our abstract art, we have a commission art. And with the commission art, it is based off of what you order, and then we like to make it from there. Okay? Yeah. So this is one of the art pieces.
Oh, okay.
And so, as you can see, it has like a lot of color.
I love those colors. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful.
Thank you. And if you run your hand across it, you can actually feel the ridgets and the different pieces in there. And
okay, yeah, I see what you mean by that is amazing. Okay, so do you do art shows or do you do events? Like, do you have events or places that you set up where people can actually come and look at some of your art and your jewelry?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do a lot of vendor events around Kansas City. We do a lot of different pop-ups as well. One of the things that me and my partner, we do here at where we live at our clubhouse twice a year, every spring and every summer, and every fall and every winter, we actually have a art show. So we have our spring and summer collection, and then we have our fall and winter collection.
Okay.
Showcase it here at the clubhouse that we have. And it's basically just to show like our new collection that we have coming out versus our old collection that we might have had. Some of our art have been put in coffee shops throughout the Kansas City metro area. But so we definitely want to get our art out there more. The end goal is for us to open up our own art exhibit here in Kansas City.
Nice. Okay. So next question. Do you travel? Because I know some people are like, well, I'm not in Kansas City and I want that painting. Where can I get this painting?
Absolutely. We get asked that a lot. Like, do we travel? We mostly get asked, do we travel for our interior design aspect? Because we normally do travel, but because of COVID-19, not right now, but we will get back to that. But with the art, we do ship our art out nationwide. So far, I started creating art a little bit over a year ago, starting that, and we have sold a little bit over 200 pieces of art, and we have shipped our art nationwide. So our art goes anywhere from, you could say LA, all the way to Canada, to New York, to Florida, and anywhere in between. Our art literally is all over the world.
That is amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So before I let you go, I have one more question for you. So a lot of our viewers are either business owners or they're thinking about starting a business. They really kind of don't know how to get started or what they want to do. What advice would you give to them first starting out, you know, whether it is in interior design or jewelry or, you know, art, just getting started, period? What advice would you give to them that you wish you could have gotten from somebody else?
Oh, that is such a good question. It's so much. It is so much, I swear. Along the way, you learn so much, but
Yeah.
I always think that we go through things in life to write a manual for the next generation that's coming behind us. So
Right.
what I go through is not for me, it's for whoever's coming behind me. So a
Yeah.
few different things I would say. One, you have to make sure that you have achievable goals.
Mhm.
Realistic, achievable goals, honestly. And you have to make sure that you have goals that are going to be acceptable to wins and loss. You got to be able to accept both of those goals and be able to adjust those goals as needed.
Mhm.
But when you're setting goals, you have to make sure that you have somebody in your corner that's going to be there with you and that wants you to win as much as you want to win.
Yeah.
And luckily, I have a partner that came into my life a couple of years ago that seen my vision and seen what I was trying to do and said, this is what we're going to do. And stepped in to become a major supportive backbone for my company and for us in general, because he wanted to see us win, right? And some people may not have that, but when I say you cannot do a business solo, you
Mhm.
can't.
Mhm.
You're gonna need somebody that's gonna help you out. Either it's somebody that's there to tell you the pros and cons, and somebody that's gonna tell you what's next. Because if you're gonna give me a pro and con, they also have to give you the what's next. So after I told you the negatives and the positive, this is what we need to do next,
Right.
right? And you're also going to need that one person in your corner that's going to tell you the real of what it is. You're going to win, you're going to gain some money, you're going to lose some money.
Yeah.
But you need somebody that's going to be in your corner that wants to see you win and that you want to win. Now, throughout life, you may not have a partner like me, like my kind of partner, a significant other. You might have a friend. Might be your mother, maybe your dad, maybe it's a close friend of the family. Maybe it's one of them. Maybe it's you know what, I don't trust anybody. You still need to have control groups of when you're testing your product. Those are people that you're going to depend on, which means you didn't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So you're still going to need somebody, even if it's just a control group, to say, hey, I want to throw this tester out there and let me get your feedback. Be able to accept the feedback and apply as needed. My mom has a saying that says, eat the fish, spit out the bone. So I eat what's needed there.
Yes.
And everything else that I don't need, I spit it out. So I don't need to digest that. But what I feel like I need to digest is going to be the meat and potatoes that's going to help me grow my brand and grow my business. And then I would say the other piece to that is making sure that you remember you're a brand.
Right.
You are a brand. On camera, off camera, at work, off work, you are a brand, period. So what you are showcasing people daily is what they're going to relate you and your business to.
Right.
One day can be your complete downfall to people saying, bad taste, negative thought, any of that, right? So you have to remember that you're a brand, and then remember to GOAL. Remember that you have to GOAL every day. And that stands for you have to grab opportunity and you have to live. Because you might not open your eyes after today.
Wow.
So you have to goal every day.
I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I think that's what most people miss in starting a business is making it different, making it your own. Like there's so many different people that do the same thing. You have to set yourself apart from what they are doing. So you are the brand. You are what sets yourself apart from what
you are
doing.
Absolutely.
And the goal, I love it. Set a goal. Yes, that is it. Y'all have to write that down. Say it again, Angelo. Say it again.
You got a goal every day. You have to grab opportunity and live.
Yes.
You have to.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. I love it. I absolutely. Okay. So let them know, let all of our viewers know how they can reach out to you, where they can find your pieces, your art, your jewelry, the candles. Where can they find your products?
Absolutely. So they can definitely find our interior design and our art can be located in a couple of different places. It can be located on our website at www.discoveryourdesign.com. It is spelled a little bit different. It's DSCover. DSCover, Discover Your Design. So it can be found on our website. Our candles will be found on our website. So will our melts. Our jewelry is mostly on our Instagram and Facebook page. And on our Instagram page, you can go to our business page, which is Discover_Your_Design_LLC. So it's underscore between each one. And that's where you can find most of our jewelry, our art, and our candles in interior design. And you'll also be able to see a little bit of our life as well on our business page.
Gotcha. Okay, y'all. So if y'all missed any of that, just be on the lookout. I will have it tagged into the video so that you guys can make sure that you go visit, make sure that you support. I mean, we have to support each other. If we're not doing anything else, we have got to support each other, because a lot of these businesses out here, we are better than some of these big box places, you know. I mean, it's amazing. We have so much creativity within our community. It's awesome. So I am looking forward to what God has for you. I'm looking forward to you growing and being worldwide, being on TV. I'm gonna be like, I interviewed him the other day. Yay!
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
That's what we're gonna get
to. Angelo, well, I thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you.
I want everybody to remember the name, Angelo Wright. He is good. You are going to see him for sure. All right. So if there's nothing else, before we let you go, do you want to say anything else to our viewers tonight?
No, I was just going to say, make sure you check us out. Check out our new candle line and check out our new scents. They are just now launching this week. So get the opportunity to get in there and see some unique things. We have very unique smells. We have a black currant and smoked vanilla. We have a tropical and Mediterranean sea salt candle. We have a sage and lavender candle. So check us out. We have a lot of unique different scents. So check us out.
Okay. I'll make sure I'll stop by because I love candles.
Absolutely.
You got me.
Okay. We got
you. Angelo, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being on the show. And I will definitely be checking up on you to make sure where you are, what you got going on, because I know people are going to want to know. Absolutely. All right, guys, that is the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And guess what? We just talked about it. Y'all have a good evening and stay safe out there. Love y'all. Peace.